Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. I want to thank my fans across the world who take their personal time to listen to my content. It's not easy when you put a video and find it has garnered over 70,000 views, over 100,000 views. That tells you that people listen to you. And my work is to make sure that I've done my research very well so that I do not mislead you guys, because sometimes many of you depend on me for information, and I'm up to the task, ladies and gentlemen. Today, William Ruto is in Kisii. We shall find out and give you due analysis at the end of the day how the exercise went. Was he positively received or negatively received? At the same time, Raila Odinga Baba, the Enigma, will be in Kisii at Birongo for a burial, and that is where I'm heading to. We will give you all the news accordingly by the end of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to focus my analysis on the Ugandan president, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who I'm beginning to love. You know, previously I have been hating Museveni because of the stories I hear, because personally I have never met Museveni, and I pray that one day God will grant me the opportunity to meet Museveni and at least ask him questions that are bothering me as far as his leadership is concerned. But let me say this. As much as I hate Museveni, there are some things I admire in Museveni. I have a sister from Uganda who is a diehard fan of my videos, and we communicate on WhatsApp almost on a daily basis, and her name is Enid Kaku. Enid, hey, these is Ugandan names. Enid Kakuyo, yes, Enid Kakuyo. She's a great fan of my videos, and she normally tells me, Kaka, let me tell you, Museveni is a good man. Why? A, B, C, D. She has been convincing me to love Museveni. But my sister, don't know if finally you will win me, but then we shall see how things will go. If Adam won, if Eve won Adam. I don't know. Anyway, much respect to the people of Uganda, and I really respect you. Now, as much as Kaka and others hate Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, let's put aside the years he has stayed in power, and let me focus on the recent happenings in Uganda. And this is where I'm going to put my foundation on. Now, there is this debate on LGBTQ that is really bothering African countries, and some of the countries feel it is something that is being imposed by the Western countries to them. You know, Africans, we have a culture, and if we are not very careful, we are going to lose our culture as Africans. Why am I saying this? If you look around, the mode of dressing from our young ladies, how they behave, how they act, how they behave in marriage, you know, it tells you a lot about how we've copied plastic culture from the West, and we are trying to implement it in Africa. You know, there is a saying that say, do not bite more than what you can chew. So as Africans, I can comfortably say that we people, we are biting more than what we can chew. We are copying some cultures which we cannot even sustain, right? So Museveni has stood firm to defend the African culture. Of course, Kaka, I respect each and everyone's rights. If one has chosen to be a gay, we respect his rights. If one has chosen to be a lesbian, we respect her rights. If one has chosen to be a Christian, we respect their rights. If one has chosen to be a Muslim, we respect their rights. If one has chosen not to go to church, we respect their rights. If one has chosen to be an atheist, we entirely respect their rights. But then, there's a question I ask myself, Kaka. With all this we are copying, what is the end result in our lives, in our children, in our coming generation? Like now, God created a man. And there's something I want to explain. God was not stupid by creating a man and a woman. When you look at a man's body, when you entirely look at a man has only where to dispose, right? You know, it's only, kwa mwanaume, it's only the mouth that receives. But all other parts of the body, they discharge. Sijui kama mnanipata. When you look at, let me speak this for the sake of my friends from Uganda, because today my analysis focuses on them. When you look at a man's body, the only opening that receives is only the mouth, right? All other openings in the body are used to discharge, yani to remove from the body outside. And when you look at a woman, when you look at a woman, she only has two that receives. Sijui kama mnanipata. Sasa, who is this who wants to turn a man into receiving, yet a man is supposed to give? Najua manaume, a man is created naturally to give, to discharge, to give money, to give those other things. And a woman was created to receive. So, who is this who wants to turn a man into a receiver instead of a giver? I don't know if you're getting my complicated explanation. But let me say this. In Africa, Museveni has stood by the culture of an African. And if I had powers, Museveni could have been crowned as an African hero by standing firm to the cultures of Africans. Ni sawa. If you do not want to respect our culture, so be it. Stay with your money. We don't need your support. That is what Museveni said. I want to read for you the tweets from the government of Uganda so that you understand what I'm really saying. How Museveni said. This is what Museveni was replying to the Secretary Anthony Blinken, who tweeted and said, the Anti-Homosexuality Act passed by the Ugandan Parliament yesterday would undermine fundamental human rights of all Ugandans and could reverse gains in the fight against HIV and AIDS. We urge the Ugandan government to strongly reconsider the implementation of this legislation. And Museveni replied, this is a verified account of the government of Uganda. If the West doesn't want to work with us because of homosexuals, then we have enough space here to live by ourselves and do business with other people. Hey, this is Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, 23 hours ago. Ladies and gentlemen, let me read it. He tweeted and continued. Here, that is in Uganda, to marry within the clan is a taboo. Omuziro. Kakuyo, what is Omuziro? It's a taboo. Should we impose sanctions on them for marrying relatives? It's a question. The Western countries should stop wasting their time of humanity by trying to impose their practices on other people. Europeans and other groups marry cousins and near relatives. You know, this is Kakasungura Museveni when he was addressing the parliament. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what am I trying to say? That is Yoweri Kakasungura Museveni stand on LGBTQ. Amesema not in Uganda unless over my dead body. Yani amesema marrying a man not in Uganda. Haiwezi. And if the Western cannot respect our cultures, wakae na zao. Back to Kenya. Kenya muko na bishop who happens to be an evangelist at the same time, who happens to be the deputy Jesus, as previously you've called him. He cannot dare to even tweet on the same. He can't dare. He just spoke na aliongea kwa Kiswahili kwa uoga mkubwa. But Museveni is standing firm in public and on social media saying, as Ugandans, there is nothing that is called LGBTQ in our country. And if the Western thinks they are feeding us, better be it. We do not want their help. Wacha tujisaidie kama Uganda. We can do business with other countries. It's not necessary we do business with you. So in Kenya we have a lot of pretense kwa sababu ya pesa. Yani tunataka hela. Hatutaki kusema pesa zikatwe. We are too hungry for cash. Museveni amesema kaeni na msaada yenu. Sisi hatutaki. If you think mkitusaidia mnakuja kuleta vitu yenu hapa, kaeni nazo. But in Kenya, ukisikia 2 billion, hey, ukisikia 16 billion, hey, si bishop anaweka Biblia kando. Nasema baby leta hiyo kitu tuweke sahihi. Pesa. Yani Wakenya, Kenyans, we are too corrupt. Kenyans, we are too corrupt. Kenyans, tunapenda pesa. Kenyans, we love kitu kidogo, something small. Yani wa Kenya. Eish. In Kenya, someone can sell his own life because of money. Yani, someone is ready to sell his life as long as he's given cash. Yani, Kenya, someone is willing to kill his children as long as he's being given cash. Kenya nchi yetu. Anyway, much respect to Yoweri Kakasungura Museveni, and may God really keep giving you strength. But then you also need to know that young people are supposed to lead. Museveni, I'm talking to you now. As much as I'm beginning to love you, you should also know that the way you ascended into power while young, there are also other people who could wish to lead. Give them space, mzee. Go home and rest. Be a guider. Hii miaka, the years you've led is enough. Just go home and rest. Give young people an opportunity to lead. Right? So thank you so much, my people from Uganda. I love you so much. Much respect, and God bless you. Thank you so much.